You are listening to... Let's try that again. You are listening to Driving with Dara, the podcast where we explore narcissism and its effects on society, humanity, and people like you and like me. And I haven't done a recording for a little while. Actually, I do a ton, but the way I do it, I have to not do it on the app because it messes up the audio. Anyway, a couple of things. A while back, I had done a recording on desire versus deserve, and then it occurred to me today that I still don't think that we get what we deserve unless, maybe it's a job promotion or whatever, because I don't feel like we deserve anything. I mean, aside from, our being equal, as human beings and all that stuff, like, that I believe we deserve fair treatment, that kind of thing. We deserve to be treated as human beings and just like any other person, no matter who we are, no matter what we are. And the thing is, so when you think about it, when you think about the narcissist and you think, I deserve better, I think that what you and I need to decide is that we're worthy of better. It's not like I deserve better, because what did we do to deserve better? Yeah, we try to be decent people and all that stuff, but who's, again, to say that, who deserves what? Like, what great judge is there that tells us what we deserve? But I think that being worthy of more is a little bit more of an accurate statement. So when I think about this person that I feel like I connected with more than anyone on the planet, and I feel like, okay, well, that was it. I have to open myself up to the idea that is not it, because I think on this planet, I was like, well, I guess I just don't get love on this planet. I guess that's not a part of my journey. And then I realized that very belief would make that the truth. The very belief that I would just accept that my life I was just not made for the love that I thought I was, is a belief that, again, will manifest itself simply because that's what I believe. And that's what I'm like looking for or accepting. And I have decided to not accept that and to believe that there is a connection out there for me that surpasses the connection I had with the narcissist. And I'm open for it, and I'm open to it. And it doesn't have to be romance, but it can be just the friend that I wanted, that I thought I had, that I really didn't, because people who are not stable are not able necessarily to love you the way that you would like to be loved, like stably, consistently, and all that stuff. But I decided to open myself up to the best that the universe has to offer, the best that God has for me. I have decided to say yes, even though I have no idea what that is. But it has to be better than what I had. That's kind of like the only thing. It like has to surpass what I thought I had. And I used to not think maybe that was possible, but I think now, I believe now that it is possible, And I think that when I use this language with myself, it's not that I feel like I deserve better than what I have, but I feel like I am worthy of better than, the crumbs that someone has to offer me. And I think that having that kind of faith is really what matters. And so if you've been crushed by a narcissist, believe that you're worthy of more. Believe that this life does not just, that your lot in this life is not just to be neglected and ignored and unloved. Believe that you are worthy of more, and that more is coming your way, and better is coming your way, because the universe / God has 1,000 cattle on 1,000 hills, or whatever that, and he's like got it all. And we lack faith if we don't ask. We lack faith in his character, and we lack faith in his wealth, if that makes sense. And so why should we not ask? Why should we not pour our hearts out and know that he can put it all together exactly the way it's supposed to be? He is He is the mastermind of masterminds. He is, beyond fathoming, seriously. And his abilities and the things he can do and how much he loves us is just beyond our ability to even grasp. And so why not ask? Why not ask and have faith? Because faith is literally what it's all hinged on. Even believing, if you believe in Jesus, even having faith in his sacrifice, it goes back to having faith. I feel like it's all based on your faith and your belief. And so if you believe that you're not cut out for the best in this life, then that's your belief. Your faith will give you what you believe in. And so I feel like, I think God said to test him, and it was mostly in giving, like, if you give, he'll give back. But I feel like too, if you ask, that he will show up and he will provide if you ask in faith. And I feel like that's something that we have to do. And I feel like, honestly, the situations with narcissists are really just meant to get us to this place of faith and to get us to this place of wholeness that we could not get to otherwise. As a matter of fact, it's a place that we wouldn't even know we needed to be, or that we could be, without the destruction of the narcissist, without the destruction of the enemy. We wouldn't know this place existed, and it does. And I feel like it does keep getting better and better, even though you have setbacks. You learn more about who you are and who you can be, and like your best you and your best life and your best ability to serve God as you understand him. That you can function in your best role in love and in awe of the Creator. I mean, it's just really a cool place to be. Not that it's not a little bumpy every now and then, not that it's perfect, but it's very expansive. And it's really, really, really a good place to be and a good place to keep moving forward in. Because when you kind of exist in this weird glory that I feel like I'm in it most of the time, all this trickle-down stuff is amazing for the people around you, where, you have new wisdom and new love and new faith and just all this really cool stuff that you would not have had you not been through that desert. So I was thinking this morning, I feel like we live our lives. If you're like me, you have lived your life wanting to be discovered. And the thing is that you and I maybe haven't done anything to be discovered about. We haven't done anything great, right? We haven't done anything worth discovery, but we still have this weird hope that someone's going to discover that we're like a gem, or that we have this hidden gem inside of us, that we have this value and this worth. And I will tell you something. If you haven't done anything to be excellent, I think that the narcissist is that person who brings you to that, who unearths you. Even though the manner in which they unearth you is gruesome and painful, that is the person who releases you from yourself, from the bonds and the chains of yourself and your own shackles. And not that you should have gratitude for them, but you should have gratitude for that experience, because it is, if you're like me, it is the one thing that set you free. It is the one thing that unearthed your gifts and the hidden gems and all this crap that no one would have seen if you hadn't been destroyed and like resurrected into this really awesome newness. So, yeah, man, there's just a few things I wanted to bring up, but really, you are worthy, because as human beings, especially if we try to be good human beings, we are worthy of goodness. If we are giving goodness out, we are worthy of goodness, and of being treated good, And so rather than thinking again what you deserve, always, what do you deserve or what do you desire? Those are the two different things I talked about before, but also deserving versus worthy. I think that worthy is almost a whole different thing. Anyway, this has been Driving with Dara. I am not sure that I'm going to keep doing these. I don't know that they help people, and they might. But I don't know where to go with this next. I've considered doing a blog instead of a podcast. But the magic of the podcast is that the stuff that's just sitting in my soul comes out and I didn't even know it was there. And so I think that speaking forth is really important for me, to have the epiphanies and maybe to share the epiphanies that I have, but not sure that this is valuable to people out there. So, I don't know if I need to direct my energies elsewhere, or like I said, do a blog or whatever. Maybe just keep doing this. I don't know. But if anyone wants to give me a holler back and let me know if this is helpful, that's going to be what decides what I do. Because it's really weird shouting out into the abyss of the internet and just not really knowing if any of it matters. Because like this, it's huge. And so if this is something that's important to you, I would just love it if you would, give me a heads up and let me know if this is helping you at all in any way. And I guess that is it. So I'm going to try to upload this one and not neglect to do so. But as I always say, do something amazing for yourself. Oh my gosh, treat yourself well. I was thinking even this morning that we need to treat our bodies like our babies, not to the point where we're crazy, but just, give it the time. And give it the love and attention, that it needs. Because, man, when we treat ourselves badly, that's a message, to our subconscious mind. Because there's a book called The Mind, Your Body is Your Subconscious Mind. I don't remember. Carolyn Miss, I think. But when we don't treat ourselves well, we're actually sending messages to our subconscious that we're not worthy and that we're not worth anything and all this stuff. And so I think we need to have a big mind shift and learn how to treat ourselves with kindness and with care. And I guess on that note, I shall end this. Thanks for tuning in. Again, give me a holler if this helps at all, because, it's all this mending business is a daily thing that, we just probably do until we die. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty good once you get past the really rough stuff, but let me know, all right? And I will talk to y'all if you talk to me. Bye.